All right, let's get started. So we're going to cover the build compensation plan here today, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, we have our pre-launch events, our official pre-launch. I believe that the back office will go live later on this week. So everybody will have the option to upgrade. When you get the option to upgrade, by the way, you want to make sure that you upgrade immediately, right? Because people that are not upgraded, they're going to be taken out of the system, right? So you want to make sure that you upgrade as soon as that becomes available. But as far as the event, I want to give you guys an update. February 17th, that is a Saturday, we are doing a live in-person pre-launch event. Location will be announced by tonight. We're expecting anywhere from 80 to 100 people at that particular event. So keep that in mind. It's going to be awesome. We're going to do, it's kind of like a super Saturday. It'll be a presentation to start to expose people to our business, and it'll be followed by announcements, by trainings. I think we're even going to have like a different segments of training. So for new people that want to learn the basics, there's going to be a basic training, right? So there's going to be a couple different segments. Breakout rooms is what we call them. So keep that in mind. We've got some people coming from Chicago. We've got people coming from Northern California. There's a couple folks that already bought their tickets. So I want to let you guys know as soon as possible. And then our official launch event will be in April. Keep in mind, when we say pre-launch, by the way, everything will be operational. The entire comp plan, the services, I do predict, like any new company, there will be some hiccups here and there. That's to be expected. So bear with us. You guys are in the beginning. So with that being said, let's get started. So the compensation plan. Remember, when we're looking at this comp plan, there's two sections of the compensation plan. You've got the direct sales section of the comp plan, which is on the left. On the left is what? You've got the solar, you've got the home security, right? And that is a part of the direct sales comp plan. Essentially, what you've got is you've got two companies running side by side, the direct sales company inside of a network marketing company. The services on the right side are the residual income comp plan services that we're going to cover here today. That's the part of the comp plan we're going to cover. That is, the services on the right are the $99 membership monthly that gets you everything you see on the screen. If you're on the $49 membership, you got everything on the left side of the screen. You're able to have a nationwide solar brokerage and security brokers through Freedom Forever and ADT. Obviously, our solar division is called Encore Solar. So let's get started. 7 ways to earn. Here's what we're going to cover here today. We're going to cover team building overrides, dual team bonuses, coded bonuses, check match bonuses. Okay, those are the ones that we're going to cover here today. Okay. So we're going to skip through some of these slides because that's the rest of the comp plan, the direct sales comp plan. So we're going to go here. Okay, so let's get started here. We have, how many people on the chat? Let me know on the chat if you are familiar with the fast start bonus. Let me know in the chat if you're familiar with the fast start bonus. Okay, this essentially is, we have a fast start bonus, but significantly better than a regular fast start bonus. This is a fast start coded bonus. So first and foremost, the first month packages, you have the option. Month 1, it is either $149 per month or $199, excuse me, not $149 per month, $149 month 1 or $199 month 1. So you have that option. Okay. When you sign up for the $149 on month 1, that means that you are signing up for the solar and security brokerage. Okay. So it's $149 month 1, then $49 a month thereafter. If you sign up for option 2, that means you're signing up for everything, right? You've got the, excuse me, $199 one-time first month and then $99 per month thereafter. What does that cover? That gives you, here's the additional things that it covers. The Smart Money Club, the travel program, the dual team residual income, the check match bonus, and the coded bonus, which again is what we are going to be covering here today. So month 1, it's either $149 or $199. Then after that is either $49 a month or $99 a month. So let's get started. Now, a couple of things on the coded bonus. The way that the $149 or the $199 breaks down is that $100 is for a generic marketing course that everybody gets when they get started with our company. Okay. In order, first of all, everybody needs marketing for any business. So we want to make sure that you know how to market your business. and it's a generic marketing course. In order for the company to be compliant, you've got to get something. So the company want to give you something of tremendous value for that. So that $99 purchase allows us to pay 50% of it in the coded bonus. And again, the 49 and the 99 are monthly starting on month 2. Okay. Now, the coded bonus is paid based on the 99 or rather $100 marketing course. It should say $100. So that is what the coded bonus is paid. The coded bonus is paid on month 1. It's a one-time commission, but as you'll see, you can get paid through unlimited levels on this coded bonus, and we're going to see why. So you make a 20% commission on everybody you personally enroll, regardless of whether or not they join on the 149 or the 199, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if they're paying 49 a month or 99 a month. Their first month, they pay either 149 or 199. You make $20 on every frontline recruit. Pretty simple. Now, here's what happens. There's a 100% check match on, which is $20 paid on your first code. We're going to break that down, and a 50% check match paid on your second code, which we're going to break that down. So let's get started. And I'm a visual person, so of course, we're going to show you guys some visuals. Everybody that you get started, right? Everybody that you personally recruit, you are going to earn what is give me 1 second. I want to make sure everybody that everybody, sorry guys. I got 2 devices at the same time. 1 second. And since I'm recording, okay, there you go. Since I'm recording, it's throwing me off. So because we're recording, I'm going to just give it 1 minute and go here. So the coded fast start bonus, $199 setup fee or $149 month 1. After that, it is $49 a month or $99 a month, right? You decide. But on everybody that you personally enroll, you make a $20 commission on every front line. You make a 100% check match on your first code and a 50% check match on your second code. I know that doesn't make sense yet. That's why we're doing this training. So here's how it works. On the coded fast start bonus, once again, everybody that you personally enroll, you're going to make a $20 commission. Everybody you personally enroll forever. If you enroll 4 people, if you enroll 400 people, you make $20 times 400, which is great. The $20, once again, is based on the $100 marketing course when people get started. That course is included in your first month's 149 or 199 package. Okay. Now, here's what's interesting. This is just a regular fast start bonus, but here's where it gets interesting. Let's go to the next slide. Okay. The coded fast start bonus. Now, if you notice, you make $20 commissions on the people that you got started, but why are the first 2 in gray and the second 2 in yellow? Here's the reason why. Because the people starting from your third person and beyond, that is what's called your legacy code. You make $20 on your first 2, $20 on your second 2, and everybody thereafter. But here's what happens. Magic starts to happen on person number 3. On person number 3, you are now coded to their first 2 legs, their first 2 teams. So what happens is this. Let's call this guy Mike, this third person, the first yellow guy. Let's call him Mike. You sign Mike up, you make $20. But when Mike signs his 2 people up, he makes 20 and 20. Guess what? You are check matching him 100%. That means that you are now making 20 and 20 as well. Mike makes 20 and 20, you make 20 and 20. And you're coded on their first 2 people. Let's call this guy John down here. John signs up his first 2. He makes 20 and 20. You make 20 and 20. And this never stops. As long as everybody's first 2 continue to go down, you make $20, $20, $20. Now, some people may ask, how is that possible? Remember, on your first 2 teams, you're not coded to your first 2 teams yet. Keyword, yet. You will be coded to them later, and I'll show you how. So somebody above you is check matching these guys when they make $20 on their front line. But starting with your third person, right? You always make a $20 fast start on everybody you recruit. When they get their 2 people started, however, starting with your third person, you're coded to them 100%. So whatever they make $20 in every recruit. So do you. So here's what happens. Same thing with your fourth guy. Remember, everybody from your third and on, you are coded to their first two legs and those people's first two teams and those people's first two teams through unlimited levels. Now, this part is very powerful. This is called the coded bonus. Most companies, what they'll do is they'll do like a 2, 3, or 4 level fast start bonus, which is fine. It's capped at those 2, 3, or 4 levels. The coded bonus isn't capped at levels. If those two continue to grow and bring their two and bring their two and bring their two through infinity levels, you are going to get paid these coded bonuses. Now, here's the details. Your legacy code, this is called your legacy code. So once you recruit your third person, this opens up your legacy code. You are now coded, once again, to the first two starting on your third recruit, to their first two and their first two and their first two starting on your third recruit. Now, if you notice, we do not break this down in the compensation plan, in the presentations. We don't break it down because guess what? It would be too much for the new person to understand, right? We don't have to get into these details, but I'll tell you what, some of you big recruiters, just from the coded bonus alone, you're going to earn a lot of money from this code alone. I personally have right now 50 to 60 personally recruited people into BYLD Network and Encore Solar, right? So as those guys and girls start to recruit some people, these coded bonuses are going to be very exciting. I know people like Kevin Marino have a lot of recruits, a lot of you guys here, right? This part alone is very, very powerful. So when people get started, they make their first purchase, which is through the marketing course that they're going to need. Okay. So now let's keep moving. So it's not all lost with the first two, however. So here's what happens. Once you go out there and recruit your fifth person, you now open what is called your foundation code. Remember these first two people that you introduced, you were not coded to them. So some people may say, well, I want to put my best two people, after the second because I'm coded to them. Not necessarily, because here's what happens. Once you recruit your fifth person, you now open your foundation code on the first two people that you personally recruited. You are now coded to their third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, everybody at 50%. So here's what that means. Let's say the first guy, let's call him Lewis. You made $20 on Lewis. When Lewis signed up his first two, you're not coded to them. That's fine. But because you already have 5 recruits on his third person, you are now coded to him at 50%. So when Lewis earns 20, you earn 10. When Lewis brings his fourth, you earn another 10. When he brings his fifth, you earn another 10. You are now coded on every single recruit from his third and on. Whatever he makes $20, you make 10. But guess what happens? The same thing. So it's like the reverse. The exact reverse happens. So what happens is this. When that gentleman, right, Lewis brought this guy here, that's his third, he made $20 on, you made 10. You're not coded to that guy's first two people, but on his third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, you're coded to him 10, 10, 10, 10, right? Same thing with those guys. You're not coded to their first two, but you're coded to their third, fourth, and fifth. So you're still coded to these first two people. Now, again, I understand that this may be a little bit confusing. Here's what I would recommend that you do. I would recommend that you focus on just building your business. The code will take care of itself and pay you regardless. You can watch this training. We're going to do a training breakdown at the launch event. I'm going to break down this training live and in person on a whiteboard. We're going to draw this out. We're going to hammer this down. What I would recommend is this. Just frontline recruit as many people as you can. Focus on collecting bills, scheduling appointments, building your team. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, comp plan drives behavior. Everybody wants to get their 4 in order for what? What happens when you get your 4? Somebody, I want to hear in the chat. What happens when you get your 4?
Pay no more.
And Kevin said it best. Just build. The system is going to pay you. We're just showing you the details of how we pay, right? So when you get your 4, you pay no more. Exactly. So what are people looking for? They're looking to get their 4, right? But now what happens is they say, hey, man, if I get my 5th, I open up my foundation code. I want to open up my foundation code and get paid those $10 bonuses through unlimited levels. Now, $10 and $20 may not sound like a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, this adds up fast as you start to build your team. It's a very, very powerful comp plan. Okay. So that is a coded bonus. I'm not going to spend that much more time on there. I do want to break down the details of the dual team, also known as the binary compensation. So here's how this breaks down. This is based on the $99 monthly membership. So on the $99 monthly membership, not the $49. This is on the 99. You have the option. You could be on the 49 monthly or the 99 monthly. That's completely up to you. Nobody's going to make you feel better for being on one or the other. It's up to you what you want to be on. But these numbers are based on people in your organization being on the 99 monthly and you being on the $99 monthly. This is a residual income aspect. So here's how it goes. Once you reach 10 members on your left team and 10 members on your right team, you now reach what is called the Builder 500. You are now a Builder 500. You're making $500 per month. By the way, there's a rank before that, which is what we just mentioned. Refer for, pay no more. Essentially, when you personally refer for, you are no longer paying your monthly fees. You're essentially getting paid $100. Okay. Once you reach 10 and 10, now key, this is very key. These numbers are not, I repeat, are not personal recruits. You only need, it shows you here, you see the direct left and right column here, the second to the last, it says 1 and 1. What does that mean? You only need one on the left team and one on the right team. So let's say, for example, I bring Kevin on one team and I put Ricky on the other team. Kevin on my right, Ricky on my left. Kevin and Ricky grow a team of 9 each. So with them, it equals 10. If that was my scenario, ladies and gentlemen, I would already be at the 500 club. I'd be making $500 per month residual income, but I only brought Kevin, I only brought Ricky. Those guys grew. Now, when that team grows to 25 and 25, which you can help, because everybody you personally introduce, and I'm going to go here, then I'll come back. Everybody that you personally introduce has to fall underneath. So here's an example. The yellow people are the people you introduced. So let's say you brought this first yellow guy, you put him on your left. The second yellow guy, you put him on the right, and he brought a guy in white. On your right side, you put a yellow guy here. That guy brought somebody, the guy in white, and then you brought another guy that you wanted to put on your right team. That fourth guy, which is this guy here on the bottom right, you said, I want to put him on my right team. That guy had to fall. That guy had to fall on the bottom of the right team. So now that guy is a part of the guy in white. Let's call this bottom guy all the way in the bottom. Let's call him Mike. And let's call this guy in white. Let's call him, John. You recruited Mike on your right team. He felt a part of John's team. That guy counts towards John's 10 on the left and 10 on the right that we talked about here earlier, right? So once you get to 10 and 10, you're making $500 a month. 25 and 25, you're making $1,000 a month. Now, once you get to Builder 2000, that is 55 people on the left and 55 people on the right. Guess what? You're now making $2,000 per month. Now, there is a little requirement here. You need 2 and 2. You need to personally have sponsored 2 people on the left and 2 people on the right. You need to personally have sponsored 2 on the left, 2 on the right. So that is a requirement. So basically, that's a refer for, get no more. So we're telling you, hey, listen, you could go get refer for, pay no more if you want. However, in order for you to get a Builder 2000, there's 2 requirements. Requirement number 1, you've got to have 55 people on the left, 55 people on the right, but you personally have to have recruited 2 on the left and 2 on the right. Easy enough. Okay. This residual income is paid the following month. So let's say you qualify in January. This will start paying you in February. And the way that the company is going to do it is this. Let's say you're on the $1,000 club. You qualified for January. They will pay you $250 per week in the month of February, which is pretty awesome because now it's your monthly residual income, but they break it down into weekly, which is what people tend to be used to, right? So once you get 115 and 115, you now hit $4,000 per month, and it's still 2 and 2 that you need. So notice, once you get to Builder 8,000, that means you're making $8,000 per month. You've got to have 240 and 240. Again, the people above you and the people below you are working. It's not just the people you introduce, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. You do need to have 3 personal recruits that are active. Active means that they're paying their membership on the left and 3 on the right. Okay. Now think about what that does. First of all, the requirements are super simple. I mean, extremely simple. But here's what that does. It continues to create the activity of building the left and the right and synergy, the entire team, the entire organization helping each other, right? And then as we continue to go, right, we've got executive 15. So now notice that we go from the builder positions. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 builder positions. At the builder 8,000, you're making $8,000 a month with 240 people. Some of you guys here have had 240 people on the left and the right in another company, and you were making maybe $1,000 a month, if that. Here you'd be making 8,000. Now, why did we change it to executive? Because as an executive, you're now making here executive $15,000 per month. So we call that the executive position. How many people here want to go to executive? That's 500 on the left, 500 on the right. Any spillover that falls a part of your team counts towards your 500. I want to hear in the chat, who is committed in 2024 to get into the executive level? Now, that's not easy. I understand. I don't think it's hard either, but it's not easy, right? So David, Donnie, Alonzo, Matthew, okay, Pete. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is in addition to your solar commissions, your overrides. This is in addition to your mentor sales, security sales. This is a residual income from your distributorship, which are also customers. Because remember, they're on the $99 membership that has the Smart Money Club. It has the Build Rewards app and all that other stuff, right? The executive 50 position. I'm going to do a training, ladies and gentlemen, on the 2020 vision. How to personally sponsor 20 people on the left and 20 people on the right. I'm going to give you a teaser right now. Your aim should be personally sponsor 20 people on the left and 20 people on the right in the next 3 to 6 months. The sooner, the better. 20 left, 20 right. I'm going to do a training called the 2020 vision on that. It's going to be very, very powerful for those of you guys that are really seeing the vision of this. Now look at this. The last position, executive 250, you've got 10,000 and 10,000. I believe that in the next 18 months, we will have at least maximum. In the next 18 months, we'll have our first 1 or 2 executive 250s. Okay. That's $250,000 per month. And they're making significantly more than that. Here's why. The check match bonus. The Builder 1000. This is where you want to focus. Now, here's something interesting. Before I get there, understand this. Look at the Builder 500 Club. Let's say Calvin says, hey, man, I'm going to refer my 4 and get no more and pay no more. So he refers 4, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, let's say. And his business is free. He's free rolling the business. He's playing on house money. But he teaches his 4, his 2 on the left and 2 on the right to do likewise. Hey, refer 4, get pay no more. Put 2 on the left, 2 on the right. That's what I recommend, by the way. If you're asking what I recommend, the biggest team I've ever built is 120,000 people. 120,000. That's the biggest team I've ever built. And it had a $99 monthly membership, by the way. I was not making anywhere near the $250,000. But check this out. I recommend you refer 4, pay no more as soon as possible, right? And you put 2 on the left and 2 on the right. That's what I recommend. Because it's setting you up for remember, when you get to Builder 2000, you're going to need to have 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And the sooner that you go out there and put 2 left, 2 right, what you do will duplicate in your organization. So check this out. Let's say Calvin does exactly that. He puts 2 left, 2 right, and he teaches them to do likewise. When they go out there, his 2 on the right get 4 each, right? Refer 4, pay no more. That is a total of 10 people on his right team. The people on his left team do the same thing. That is a total of 10 people on his left team. By you duplicating the right behavior, you automatically hit the 500 club. Think of how cool that is.
Refer 4, pay no more. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Duplicate the same thing with those 4 that you brought on board. You just hit the 500 club. How many of you guys think that's pretty cool? Right? Now, once you get to the 1,000 club, which is 25 and 25, you're making 1,000 a month. In addition to making $1,000 a month, guess what happens? You open up the first generation check match. And it's generation. Here's what it means. It's a 20% first generation check match. That means everybody on your team, your first generation, whatever they are earning in the dual team, you check match them 20%. So let's say Calvin brought me. Calvin's at 1,000 a month. And by the way, if he brought me, I could be making more than he is. Because maybe he's got 25 on the left and he's got 100 on the right. Right? And then I'm the guy on the right with 55. I could be at 2,000 a month being a part of his team, and he could be at 1,000 a month. So it doesn't matter that you came in after the person that introduced you, you can make more money than them. So let's say, for example, Calvin introduces me and I'm making $1,000 a month like he is. He would be making $1,000 per month from the dual team residual, but he would pick up another 20% off of my income. So out of my 1,000, he would get 200. Doesn't mean they take that money away from me. They do not take that money away from me. The company gives them a bonus. I still keep my 1,000. But because I'm his first generation, the company says, hey, listen, if it wasn't for you, Calvin, JC wouldn't be here. You've clearly done something to help this guy make some money. So you earn a 20% first generation check match. So when you get to Builder 1,000, you open up that first generation check match. So you're going to have people that are making way more. What if somebody passes you? What if you get somebody like a Kevin Marino and Kevin hits the Builder 8,000 faster than you? You're making 1,000 a month residual income, but Kevin is at 8,000 a month. He's your first generation. Well, my friend, you're making an additional $1,600. You're making more in check match than you are in your residual income because you got a stud that got to $8,000 a month. So instead of you just making 1,000 a month, you're making $2,600 per month in that scenario, not including whatever you make in the direct sales portion of the business. And then every rank that goes up, ladies and gentlemen, you open up another level of the check match. So you want to go to Builder 2,000. I want you guys to put in the chat here what rank you are absolutely committed to hitting by December 31st of 2024. Now, listen, do not be influenced by anybody else's answer. I want your answer. What is a rank that you're not interested in that you are absolutely committed to hitting by December 31st of this year? Again, don't be influenced by anybody else's answers. I want to hear your answer, and I want to hear some participation, by the way. I want to make sure that you guys are paying attention. I want to see who's multitasking and who's actually paying attention. Builder 2,000, I love it. Builder 4,000, 8,000. Executive 15 for Anthony. Executive 15, I love it. Executive 55, I love it. See, that there's a difference between those that are interested and those that are committed, right? Those of you guys that are talking these bigger numbers, you got to go 20 directs on the left, 20 directs on the right. You got as soon those people that are talking those big numbers, you upgrade within the hour that it becomes available, and you immediately make the phone calls to get your people upgraded to build momentum. Okay. So anyways, Builder 1,000, you open up first generation. Builder 2,000, you open up second generation. Builder 4,000, third generation. And you can see the percentages there. First generation, 20%. Second generation, 10%. Third generation, 5%. And then from Builder 8,000 all the way to Executive 250 is 2.5% all the way through. Okay. Now, the last part on this page before we move forward. For those of you guys going for Executive 100, you must have 5 personals on the left, 5 personals on the right, in addition to your 5,000 left team, 5,000 right team. And you've got to have 2 different teams that are executive teams. So let's say I brought Kevin. Kevin's going to be an executive in no time, right? Kevin would be one of those executive teams. I need to have a separate team. I know that my buddy, a lot of you guys here, I can't mention all of you, so forgive me. But because he's been participating, I'm going to pick him. I know that Anthony Bonilla will be an executive as well this year. So I already, if I help these two gentlemen hit the executive levels, and I've got my 5 left, 5 right, and I've got 5,000 members on the left, 5,000 members on the right, I will hit the executive 100 rank. Two different teams of executives. They don't have to be frontline personal recruits. It can be anywhere in two different legs, executive teams. To hit executive 250, you need 3 different executive teams, 3 different lines of sponsorship. Again, they do not have to be personally enrolled by you. Kevin, let me ask you something, bro. You've got a lot of experience. You've owned your own network marketing company before. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you say that the locks in this comp plan are? 10 being very hard locks, 1 being not hard at all.
I'll tell you this, the qualifications compared to what we built in the past. I mean, the qualifications here are pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of jumping through hoops. I appreciate the fact of, I mean, it really, when you look at this, I mean, your directs left and right, that's everything is doable. Nothing that you look at here is like, oh my God, I can't do that. So everybody I've been speaking to, I've just been telling them basically, listen, you just build your 2 teams, just keep focusing left, right, left, right, left, right. And once you get a team that runs away on you, and because one of your teams is always eventually going to run away. Once one of the teams starts to run away, just concentrate on the other and just focus it straight down. And you'll eventually start hitting a lot of the ranks. We got a lot of people that are committing to hitting a Builder 1000 by the end of February. So we're kind of excited about that. That's
Awesome.
what we're focusing.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. And if you focus, he's got the right idea. I mean, he's got more experience than I do. Kevin is an absolute stud. He knows what it takes. If you go out there and build and you focus building both teams and you identify those key people in your team to hone in on and help them, those people that really want it, success is inevitable. So anyways, let's keep going. Thank you for sharing, Kevin. All right. So we talked about this. You essentially are going to have 2 different structures. You're going to have the dual team structure and you're going to have the unilevel structure. The unilevel structure, you're going to see all of your frontline people straight ahead like this. You're going to see them like this. Boom. All people you personally introduce on level 1. However, your dual team, they have to fall on the left or the right. You've got to set your preference, by the way, in the back office, how you want it. Do you want them to fall all on the left, all on the right, or do you want them to go alternate? As you sign people up, alternate, right? You can also go into your dual team and sign them up directly in the position that you want them in the dual team. That'll become available very soon. So you only have 2. Let's keep it going. Now let's talk about the check match. I want you guys to understand this. Now, this slide is a little bit more busy than I would like it, but it'll make sense to you. If you notice level 1, this shows that you personally introduced 4 people. Those 4 people are in your level 1, as you can see. You personally recruited them, and we're assuming that you're a Builder 2000. That means that you are qualified for 2 generations of check match. Now, keep in mind, there is a big difference between generations and levels. Generations is much better. So let's say on your level 1, you introduce those 4 gentlemen or ladies. None of them are making any dual team check yet. But on your level 2, you notice the first line on level 2, nobody's making any. On the second, nobody's making any. On the third, but on the 4th leg of yours, somebody on your level 2 is making $1,000 a month. But that's your first generation. See, it's your second level, but it's your first generation. So you make a 20% check match. In addition to your $2,000 per month residual income, you make a 20% check match on that guy. Because he's your first generation. That's a first person making money on that team, on that line of business. Even though he's your second level, he's still your first generation. Then if you notice on your first team, level 3, and on your first and second team, you've got on level 3, 2 guys making $1,000 a month. They're your level 3, but they're your first generation. So you would earn another 200 and 200 on those guys. Then on your third team, your third leg, you got somebody in your level 4. That's the first person on that line of business that's making any money. So that's your first generation. You earn a 20% check match on that guy. That's $100. And then finally, on your first level, you've got a guy on your first line of business. You got a guy on level 5, but there's a guy above him that's making money. So that guy's your first generation. This guy making 500 is your second generation. You would earn a 10% check match. So that means that you're making $2,000 in this scenario. You're making $2,000 in dual team residual income, plus another $750 in check match bonuses. Okay, let's keep going. Here's another example. You're a builder 6,000 here. If you notice, you've got 4 lines of business. The first 4 lines of business and 5 levels. So the first line is here, the second line, third, and fourth. On your fourth line, you got this gentleman here making $2,000 per month. That's your first level, but it happens to be your first generation. He's a guy you personally sponsored, making $2,000 a month. You make a 20% check match. That's another 400. The guy that is right under him that he sponsored is making $1,000 per month. Well, that's your second generation. You make a 10% check match. And then the guy he sponsored is your third generation. You make a 5%. And then finally, the fourth generation, you make a 2.5%. Because remember, that's generations, because there's people above them making money. But if you notice this guy over here at $3,500 a month, that's from your first line of business. Nobody above him is making any money. Therefore, that makes him your first generation, which you make 20% on. So that means that you are making an additional $700 check match bonus on that guy. Because you brought this guy here on top. He's not making money yet. He brought this guy, he brought this guy, he brought this guy. This guy, 5 levels deep, got excited, saw the vision, said, hey, man, I'm going to the top. This makes a lot of sense. And he built this check up to $3,500 a month. Guess what? You're making 20% check match, $700. So in this scenario, you're making $6,000 from the dual team and another $1,237 in check match. Let's keep going. So ladies and gentlemen, residual income is what delivers you true time, location, and financial freedom. What we talked about here today, the 2 bonuses that we talked about, the check match and the dual team. Check match and dual team are your residual income bonuses. The coded bonus is more of a passive income, right? Which pays to infinity. The dual team pays to infinity. The coded bonus pays to infinity. Your solar and security overrides also pay to infinity, but you've got 2 very strong residual income streams that our company pays that are very lucrative. So I hope this gave you guys a good idea for the residual income comp plan. Look, we're already at 50 minutes in. So therefore, right, next week, I'm going to be doing the breakdown of the direct sales comp plan. So you guys want to make sure that you connect to that one. And yeah, let's make it happen. This recording is going to be available. I had to restart it to make sure for the recording that it's good to go. So this one will be up on our Vimeo channel, so you guys can study it again. I don't expect you guys to get it all the first time, right? But remember, watch it a couple of times, understand it, but don't focus on all those details. Here's what you got to focus on. If you got anything from this, get this. Focus on getting your 4 to pay no more immediately. Put 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Focus on building those 2 legs. Collect the bills. Tag a mentor. Let's go out there and build it. Trust me, even if you don't understand the comp plan is going to pay you as you start to build your left and your right. So with that being said, I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to take 2 questions because I got to get going. We have an office meeting here in our office here in Downey, California. So let's go ahead and take any questions you guys may have.
Is it coded?
You see, there's one
coded
in
bonus?
the